Hi FlossTube, I'm Jane.
I'm Amelia.
And we're here to talk about our November crafting. So today is Sunday, the 2nd of December. So normally I do my videos on the last Sunday of the month, but for November that was going to be, I think, like the 25th or something, and I wanted an extra week in there because I wanted to finish some of my stitching that I was working on, and also I had some stuff at the framers that I knew I'd get back yesterday, so I wanted to be able to show you guys, so kind of pushed it out an extra week. And I think a similar thing is going to happen for our December catch-up because we're going to actually be away, so we'll probably do our December video just in the first week of January. So we're all excited because it's finally December and almost time for Christmas. And what did we do yesterday?
I don't know.
What's that?
Oh, we did a tree.
We decorated our Christmas tree yesterday. So I'll just, there's our tree all set up. And we've got our stockings hanging up. And
a sign that says Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so we're all decorated up, ready for Christmas. Love this time of year. Love putting all the Christmas decorations up and getting all excited about Christmas Day. It's going to be a hot day today in Sydney. It's supposed to get to 37 degrees here today. So we're doing this video in the morning because we'll be shutting the house up, keeping it dark and trying to keep it cool for the heat of the day. So it's actually quite nice this morning, but yeah, it's supposed to get quite hot today. So what? Start talking about stitching? Yeah? Okay, let's talk about our stitching. So I'll start with some of my previous finishes. I can't remember when I finished most of these, but it's within the last 4 or 5 years. So this one is a Christmas tree. So I thought I'd show some Christmas finishes that I've done before. And it's got some beads on it. This is the first time I'd ever done any beading on my work. I'm not sure if you can see them. They're tiny. So yeah, it's just a nice little thing. Amelia will show you the pattern and tell you where it was from.
It's called Christmas Blues.
That's by
Rosewood
Manor.
Manor.
Very good. And there's a few different patterns on here that you can do. There's some on the back. So I think that's the tree I did. Yeah, really beautiful, isn't it?
And it has the pens inside this.
You're supposed to put the year sort of down here, but I didn't want to do that. But maybe then I would have actually remembered when I did stitch it if I had have done that. So that's one of my Christmas finishes. My next two, thank you, are some Christmas stockings. So I'll show Ethan's first. I love these. Now I'm not a sewer at all. I can stitch, but
I'm a sewing fan.
No, I am not a fan of sewing. And the thing is, I really wanted to be able to say that I had done all of this. So I think I stitched it and it must have sat in a cupboard, I don't know, it could have been for a year, 6 months, a year, before I finally got the courage up and just went, you know what, if you want to do this, you've just got to do it. So I talked to my sister who is a sewer, and she sort of helped explain what I needed to do because I wanted to line it. So I've lined it with calico, and then I've got just a spotty fabric on the back and the blue binding. Now it is in no way perfect, but for me I'm happy because I can say that I've done the whole thing, and it's withstood a few Christmases already, so I'm sure it's going to survive a few more. And at least, yeah, the kids will always remember that I've stitched this whole thing. And I've got all the charms on there as well. So I brought the charm pack for the stocking. There's some beads on the reindeers and little charms around their necks also. Do you want to show which pattern this one is, Millie?
That one.
Yeah.
It's meant to be this one.
So can you say the name of it?
It's Robert's stocking.
And obviously it's by Shepherd's Bush. They actually, these stitch up really, really quick. And they're easy and just, I really love them. I think they're beautiful. So that's Ethan's, and then I'll show you Amelia's, which is this one.
My name is backwards.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So again, it's got some beads across her hair. I was actually meant to French knot all of this hair. I couldn't be bothered. I just stitched it. We've got some more buttons and beads and some charms down here on the stars. So that one is Amelia's. Do you want to hold up the pattern for that one?
It's Sophie's stocking.
Also by Shepherd's Bush.
Yes.
And I've just got a green sort of check on the back and the binding. And again, not perfect. You can see it's crooked. But for my first go at sewing something, I figured it wasn't too bad. So they're my previous finishes. Now I can show you my most recent finishes. Yeah. So I picked up from the framers yesterday my Halloween rules. So I've got it all framed up now. So it's a black or like a really dark grey, I guess, kind of frame. And yeah, that's how it's. I don't know whether I can get a full shot of it. It's quite big.
Pretty big. The last one's been spectacular.
Yeah.
And Howl at the Moon, Great Ghost, Personal Fun, Sit for a Spell, Mind Your Mummy, Stay Up Late, Carve a Pumpkins, Scare a Crow, Visitors in a Haunted House, Eat Candy, and Wear a Costume.
So very happy to have that all framed up. Yep. It'll be good to have that out on display next year for Halloween.
Yeah.
So that was that one. I'll just put it there. And then my next one that I also got framed up and finished is
French woolens.
French woolens. This, I'm so happy with how this has turned out. Oh, getting a bit of glare there. So I went for a bit of a, I tried to go for a bit of a rustic looking frame, and then this is like a real, a light olive green, I guess, and a browny grey for the inner mat. And I think those matte colours and the frame like really matching well with all the stitched colours here. Where I go to get it framed, she always is really good at picking the colours really quickly as well. You sort of walk in there, she has a bit of a look, and then she's very good at choosing or helping you choose the colours for your framing. So this is for my sister for Christmas. She had a holiday in France this year. and her husband have just celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary. So here where you're meant to put your initials, I've put her initial and her husband's initial, and just a little heart in between, and this will be their Christmas present. So I'm so pleased with how this one's turned out, and I'm definitely going to stitch this for myself and probably frame it exactly the same way. I really love it. So I stitched this on 40 count flax linen. So yeah, love it, love it, love it, love it. That was my first Plum Street sampler that I've done, so very exciting. Okay, so what are we going to show next, Millie? Can you run and grab your little Red Riding Hood? Because we got that framed up as well. It's in your bedroom.
Oh, yes, it is.
Sorry, I'm a little disorganised today. So while Amelia's grabbing that, and also for my Halloween rules, it was stitched on 28 count natural linen. Yeah, so I'll get the little Red Riding Hood is by Little House Needleworks, and it was my first time using it was my first time using fancy floss, and first time stitching on 36 count, and so we've got that framed up now as well. So I got this frame from Pottery Barn, and just got my framer to cut the mat to the right size. This was also my first time sort of mounting a picture myself. So I've never done that before, and thought I'd give that a go as well, and it turned out okay. I think I've done not too bad a job. Could you just let Lai outside, love? He just wants to go outside. We've got a little dog called Lionel, and he's getting very old. He's a beautiful dog. He's a miniature poodle crossed with a Bichon Frise, and yeah, he goes in and out, in and out, in and out. We don't have a doggy door, so
He's annoying.
yeah.
He's annoying with the doggy.
He's a beautiful dog though. But anyway, that was my other fully finished object that I got sorted out. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, I think we're good. You bumped the table, love. All right, I think we're good to start talking about our whips. So we might start with this one.
Over here.
This was a new start this month, and I joined the Stitch-along that Amy Loves Toads is hosting for Hawk Run Hollow, and this is what I'm stitching. Do you want to hold that up?
It's Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow.
I finished the top one.
She's finished the first one there, which is We Do Lie Beneath the Grass.
Alrighty, so I can hold it up and show you the stitching. I want to sit down, love. Sorry, I've just taken it off the hoop, and I haven't ironed it, obviously. So let me try and... I'm doing a few things differently to the pattern in terms of colours. So the grass, you've got like a dark sort of orangey brown down the bottom, and then it was all sort of just meant to be this yellowy colour, and I've swapped that out and used Weeks Dye Works Whiskey just to try and get some variation of colour through that grass. And then the letters on the tombstones were not showing up for me when I used the Corfu colours, so I just I picked a darker colour to use on the letters for the tombstones. And the house I've also used either Gentle Arts or Weeks Dye Works to get some variation in the house, which I've also used on the skeleton. And then the rest I think I've just used Corfu colours. So I was really late. Like, this stitch along started on the 1st of October and I really wanted to join it. But October, I don't know what I was doing in October. Something. I think I was trying to get the French woolens finished because I knew I wanted to get that off to the framers, and I was trying to get Halloween rules done at the same time because I figured if I'm going to the framers I might as well get that done too. So that was kind of my priority in October, November to get those done. So I started this on the 16th of November and got my first block done in November. And yeah, I guess with the stitch along you're probably supposed to do a block a month. So I'm a month behind, but hopefully over December I can try and catch up. So I've started the next block. I've done the outline and just started doing some of the ocean there. And do you want to show what that one's going to look like, love? Yep.
It's the one right under beneath the one I showed you before. It's this one. We Are Afraid.
Very good. And so I'm also going to swap out some colours on this one as well. There's a lot of water in this one, so I'm thinking for the waters I'm going to use this Brethren Blue for the dark at the bottom, and I think it's Old Blue Paint is for the middle blue, and for the top blue it's going to be, I'm going to use Dove. So these are the three blues of the water, and again it's just to get some variation in the colours. Do you want to just show the blue, like the three blues, so they can see what I'm talking about?
There's the first one, there's the second, and you can see the brighter change from the second one.
So hopefully that'll add just something a little bit extra to it. I really like stitching with these threads and getting the different colours coming through, and I'm completely in love with this pattern. I find it so hard to put it down. So I'm not a big, or I haven't in the past been someone who would have a lot of projects on the go at once, but ever since I've started watching FlossTube I tend to now start multiple projects, but I do often revert to just working on the same thing because I guess that's what I'm used to. So yeah, that was pretty much all I've worked on for the last 2 weeks, because I love it and I find it very hard to put that one down. So that's that. The other one I have been working on is this. Do you want to hold that up, sweetie?
It's Frosty Forest, and this one's called Snowy Reindeer up there, and that's the picture. There's a bead snowflake there, so, and it's really nice and like small and easy.
Yeah, it's funny, when I switched back to doing this the other night after working on Halloween rules, not Halloween rules, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, because this is on 32 count, it gosh, it makes such a difference. So yeah, I've almost completed that border, and I've started one of the deer, and I've started the garland up the top here. So before I had done these other two. Love it. I think this is going to look awesome next year when I have it finished in time, hopefully for Christmas next year. but really a really gorgeous
Stitching.
yeah. So that's on 32 count Star Sapphire by Permin, and I should have mentioned the Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow is on 40 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. So there we go, that's that one. And tiny little bit of progress on my Assisi rabbits. Not a lot to show you guys on this.
But she's done a bit more.
Yeah, it's close to getting finished, so
close.
There we go. I've done all the outline now, except I've just got to finish off a tiny little, like basically join those two lines up to here. And there's a little bit that goes down there as well. So that would take like no time at all. And then I've got to finish filling in
the gaps.
Yeah. I think all I've really done is finish some more of the do some more of the outline, and I've started stitching there. But it's a really gorgeous piece, and I struggled with it early on. Struggled with how to do this type of stitching, but now I've got the hang of it, and I'm sort of powering along quite easily with that. So that's good. And my phone is keeping on falling. I don't know.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Well, it does, because... Okay, is that going to hold?
I don't know.
I hope so. Okay, so that's all my stitching. So most of November was spent, like I said, finishing off French woolens, Halloween rules, and then I got into Hawk Run Hollow and Frosty Forest and a tiny bit of that. I work full time and got 2 kids, and I do stitch pretty much every night, but I'm a slow stitcher as well, so I feel like I never have as much to show as some of the other floss tubers, but oh well, it is what it is. Hopefully you still like seeing what I've been doing. We've done quite a bit of shopping over the last month, so I'll show you some of the patterns I've purchased. I went to a needle workshop that's about an hour away from where we live.
Barrel?
Yeah, and they had a whole stack of bins of patterns that were like, I think you could get 6 patterns for $20. So I got this one, which is
Bent Creek.
So with these ones, I'll probably just do bits of them and swap them around or change the colours, but I kind of liked, what I was seeing. So this one is Home Sweet Home. So I probably wouldn't stitch that whole border. I might move, I might move the fence up and then maybe put some other words or something. I don't know, but I liked it. This one is Log Cabin Nights, and again, just liked the different pictures in there. This one is
Birds of a Feather,
and that's by Homespun Elegance. I love crows or ravens, and again I'd swap out colours and maybe do some different border on that. This one is
10 Berry Thief.
Berry Thief by the Gentle Art
The
counted embroidery. We've got a Shepherd's Bush that's called
Evening Sampler. She's bought a lot, so don't expect another. So
I just thought that was really cute. I couldn't say no to that. Amelia chose this one, which is
I can't read it. Country bunny.
Country bunny. Millie loves her rabbits.
Yes, I do. She likes foxes.
Yeah, I do. Foxes are my favourite.
Lame.
And Amelia loves rabbits, so that does not make her happy that I like foxes.
Yes.
And then we've got another shepherd's bush, which is
Snowfolio.
Snowfolio. And again, just nice little patterns that I'll mix up to do different sorts of stitching. So that was what I brought from that shop. And I also got, I use hoops, and I like these ones because they're quite wide, and so they're quite nice to hold on to as I'm stitching. So I got this little one, which is good. Just pop it there so my phone doesn't move. Then I also got this pattern, which is good for Amelia and I because it has a fox and a rabbit. And this one, it's by a Russian person on Etsy, and so obviously can't explain who that is, who the designer is, but I do know if you go onto Etsy and search for Christmas meetings, that's the translation of it. I used Google Translate, and I thought this is really cute. It's this. So her dress is amazing. I mean, what I do doesn't have a lot of back stitching, but I have done pieces in the past that have a lot of back stitching. So I've seen on, I think it was on Instagram, someone had stitched it, and it just looks so good. And
the fox is friendly.
And it's a friendly fox, so Amelia's okay with that one.
Yes, I am.
So I thought that's so cute. I really love it. So I might, I don't know. And then I also, because I watch the Primitive Stitcher, and she's always pulling out these amazing projects from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitching magazine. So I got myself a digital subscription to that. And then I
don't like that one.
I've got some more patterns off there that I want to try. So I think that one's a Barbara Anna. Yeah, it is. Winter Woodland Keeper. Sweeping the Garden, another Barbara Anna.
Mummy, is this a fox?
Yes.
Oh, but it has that.
Yeah, dressed up like a reindeer.
Oh,
then we've got Good Witch Sampler Pillow.
This is a
I love
nice
this.
one.
I'm so keen to do this one.
I like this one.
Yeah.
It might be better if I did that.
We've got the Acorn Sampler.
Acorn, I like it as well.
Springtime.
Yeah, springtime.
We've got an Angel Pin Cushion Drum. I don't think I can bring myself to make a drum yet. As I said, I'm not a huge sewer, but I liked the little pattern. I thought I could do little Christmas gift tags or something. We've got Winter Sheep. And just some other ones with birds. Oh, I love this one. Another Christmas one. Santa's Sleigh.
Oh.
So yeah, that's it for that. We also, our local needlework store had a Christmas market, and we went to that, and I got these tins. I want to show the tins. Show that one.
I think Mum would like this one.
Yeah, so just pretty little tins, and I'm keeping. It'll be good for when I travel. I just keep my needles and a pen, measuring tape. I can keep my needle minders in there and my scissors as well. So I've got that one for that purpose. And then
this one's a bunny one.
Yeah, I wonder who chose that one.
Me, obviously, because I like bunnies.
You're right. So in this one, I'm just going to
Have some threads in it.
put all my fancy floss in there. So I've got to bag it up properly because at the moment they're all just in one bag.
And here's
And I've got a little diary for next year, and I'm just that'll be my stitching planning diary, and I can keep that in there as well.
And the pen goes with that diary, but the pen doesn't want to go in this box.
No. And last of all, I got some fabric. So I got a 40 count Old Town blend by R&R. So it's a nice neutral. Sorry, the lighting's not great today, so I'm not able to show that off really well. Oh my goodness, sweetie, you gotta try not to bump the table, love. So I got, I think it's a yard. It's huge, but I've got heaps of projects I need to stitch. It's not easy to get the hand-dyed linen in Australia, so I normally order it online. So when I saw that it was there, I figured I might as well just grab it. So I think that's it that I've got to show you. Now Amelia would like to show you some of her crafts that she's been working on. You want to talk about this one, love?
So you might remember last video I said I would build this bee robot. Looks like that.
Let me just pop his wing back on and keep talking about him.
It's pretty easy to build. You don't need hammers and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked putting the legs on these 3 circles, and
You want to show how he works?
you flip the switch.
Put him on here. Put him on here, love.
Oh, yeah. And he walks.
It's very cute.
I got it for my birthday. I might have told you that last time. And there was 3 different types of eyes, but I liked these blue eyes. And I like it how, you know, though that part's smaller than that part, it's better and has bee stripes on the back and 2 on the front there and there. And something there, which I don't even know why that's there.
You did a great job.
Don't forget you helped me.
Oh yeah, but you could do most of that yourself. You did a wonderful job. And then, can I explain what these are?
These are Christmas presents for my dad. He really likes basketball, so I made these. That's maybe the, you know, Warriors, and this can be Boston.
Very good. He watches the NBA
A lot.
a lot, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always either he's trying to watch the NBA or I'm trying to watch.
FlossTube.
Yep.
Or we're trying to play a video
All the
games.
kids are trying to play video games. We've got
Yes.
one TV, so. And what's this one that you've done?
This, I haven't got to colour in the skin yet, but this is 2 of the Warriors going back to their house. And it's only them as kids, because at my school we do have basketball hoop to shoot and play basketball. But we hardly ever play battles and stuff, because they just take half of the court and we take the other half of the court.
So what's Dad's favourite basketball team?
The Warriors.
The Warriors.
So that's why I used.
Okay, so I guess all that's left to talk about now is plans for December. So I'm going to continue working on my Hawk Run Hollow, hopefully get the next block finished. It's almost a full coverage block, that one. So I expect it'll take a little bit longer, but still, you know, I'm hopeful I can get that one finished. and I definitely want to finish the next block in Frosty Forest, and I also want to finish my rabbits. They're so close to getting done. I just want to get them finished. So we've got a little bit of a Christmas holiday planned, so having some time off work will hopefully mean I can get a little bit more stitchy time, although it might be nice. I'm going to go back home to see my family, so
Yes, and my cousin with Ethan, and after that we're going to the beach.
yeah, we're
And
having a
lots
bit of
pools and stuff. We're going to Phillip Island and stuff.
yeah, we're having a bit of a beachy relaxing holiday. It's been a really busy year at my work this year, so I'm keen for a very relaxing holiday. So I don't know, what are your plans? Crafty plans, do you have any?
I know, but I might go back to Betos.
Back to Betos? That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we hope you all have a lovely Christmas, and that Santa comes and gives you lots of stitchy goodness, and we look forward to seeing you again in January.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.